Hello viewers, welcome to Famous Julius Academy. In today's video, we shall be resolving the question on the board. The question on the board falls under a topic in chemistry called stoichiometry. Stoichiometry is actually a very difficult topic in chemistry because of the terms that are used, but I'm going to give you some formulas that can help you to comprehend every particular question you will see under stoichiometry. Because stoichiometry actually revolves around a particular concept called the mole concept. So here is it. We have to understand that number of moles is also equal to reactive mass over molar mass. Is also equal to concentration times volume. Where the volume is in cm cube, we can divide by 1000. Then it can also be equal to number of halftons over Avogadro constant. It can also be equal to reactive volume over 22.4. So these are some formulas that you can use to solve questions on stoichiometry. All you just need to do, if you get a question, you look at the suitable parameters that fit into the question. So let's look at this question, for example. We say calculate the volume in cm cube. If you look at this equation here, which of them has volume? You notice the fourth one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You notice the fifth one there has volume. That means to say this one will be relevant in that question. Then, going further, you said of 0.11 gram of carbon dioxide. This is mass. Why? Because the unit there is in gram. So we also already know that there's mass. Now, if you check each of these equations, now which of them has mass, you will notice is the second one. So that means we are combining the second and the fifth together to resolve this question. So what we are going to do is that we are going to equate 2 and 5 together. We are going to have m over molar mass is equal to volume over 22.4. This is the volume, and this volume here is in dm cube. Because if you notice in this question, they say molar volume is 22.4 dm cube. But the question was saying that calculate the volume in cm cube. So we can modify the equation by also saying it's also equal to V over, instead of us using 22.4, we can times this by 1000, we have 2400 cm cube. So when the volume is in cm cube, you are advised to use this value. If the volume is in dm cube, you are advised to use 22.4. So let's go with 22400. So 22400, that will be our value, 22400. So now let's input our parameters into the question. Here we have reactive mass is 0.11 gram. So let's input it there, 0.11 over molar mass. So how do we get the molar mass? The molar mass of which compound? The compound there is what? Carbon dioxide. That is the molecule. So carbon dioxide, which is CO2. Carbon is 12 plus oxygen is 16 multiplied by 2. 16 times 2 is going to give us 32. So 12 plus 32 is going to give us a total of 44. So this is 44 gram per mole. That is the molar mass of CO2. So we are going to put the value there. We have 44 is equal to the volume over 22400. So how do we go about solving this now? We can cross multiply. When we cross multiply, this will times this, this will times this. We have 44V is equal to 0.11 times 22400. So how do we get V from here? Now divide outside by coefficient, which is 44. So divide by 44. So this will cancel this, and V is going to give us. If you work this hard, you are going to have 56 cm cube. So this is the way we can resolve questions of stoichiometry in a very easy way. So questions of stoichiometry are not difficult. Just for you to understand the parameters that are involved, you can easily get it. That is why it is recommended that you get these formulas in your notes. N equal to reactive mass over molar mass equal to concentration times volume over 1000 equal to number of factors over Avogadro constant equal to volume over 22.4 when the volume is in dm cube. Also equal to volume in cm cube over 22400. So please don't forget to like, share,